Hi, today I'm going to talk about one of the pillars of marketing. Um, Even before it became popular in the internet today, um, um, internet market or independent marketers or direct response marketers have always resorted on personal communication. And one of those mediums that has proven to be effective time and time again is, believe it or not, is email, and it still is email. There might be a time when marketers have direct contact to their clients through cold calling them or sending mail through you know the normal means. Believe it or not, yes, they are written in paper before. Snail mail, as it is called. But today I want to focus on email marketing. And I said that it is one of the pillars of internet marketing today because it is still the number one way where internet marketers can really talk and just build a relationship with their prospects, with their leads, or their buying customers. So I wanted to share with you guys one of my lead magnets that I am, promoting and or sorry, giving away. Um, it is titled Seven Ways to Effectively Leverage the Power of Email Follow-up Series. And you can see it on my link of the description below. Um, but I wanted to share with you because I really believe that uh, in order to become a really powerful marketer, uh, you need to be able to do this and really understand the power of email follow-ups in your campaigns, um, and just about every aspect of relationship building with your customers. Um, I'm gonna share with you, probably three out of the 7 points here, so that you can still have something to read when you eventually get this copy. It's not a long copy, but I've really distilled it to the most important parts of the series, and this is by far not the last of the series. This is gonna be. I'm planning. A few more of these types of lead magnets, and hopefully it can really help you in your journey and in being an effective marketer as well. So yeah, let's dive right in. So if you can see here, the contents are a short description or a short part about build how to build an effective email follow-up series, and it talks about um, this describing your the importance of building your list, obviously, and using email effectively. And then in the table of contents on the left, you have the 7 ways to effectively leverage follow-up emails. So you have driving traffic to your blog. You have distribution of ongoing free offers or tripwires. If you came across that term before in our CVO funnel discussion. And third, you have your send special emails on occasion. And then fourth, you have create a multi-part series around a main offer. And five, offer themed emails. Six, poll your audience. And seven, build relationships, which is really what it's all about. So let's get through it. I'm gonna briefly describe some of the key points that I mentioned in this small book. So You might have heard the phrase uttered several times by different internet marketers. It's the money is in the list. However, I disagree with that, and I should say that the money is in the relationship made with your list. I didn't come up with this phrase. I also learned it from one of my mentors, and it simply means that the idea behind an effective email follow-up series is not to bombard your your list with offers, mail after mail, until they unsubscribe. That is one big mistake of a lot of the beginners out there, and I want you to know about it so that you can be better at your email marketing. So you have to take into account the other party, which is reading your email, and they're not just a number; they're human beings as well. And um, as humans, we interact with what's relevant to us in a particular point in time, and your readers will buy at their own time or their own pace or their own phase in the buying cycle. So it can go really deep, but the most important thing that you can get out of this is um, to to treat them as normal readers of any publication or content that you put out there, and focus on the relationship that you make with your subscribers. So email is just like any other vehicle to convey a message, and in order for communication to take place, it must be two-way. It must be a back and forth. There is a listener, there is a contributor or source of the message. So when a lead decides to sign up to your email, or um, decide to give you their contact information, it's really a transaction. It's a two-way transaction, even though there's no money involved or there's no exchange of that of currency. There is an exchange of information, and this information is always key. Um, so you need to understand that they are willing to get something that you're offering, or your lead, in exchange for their email address. Now, a lot of people can say like, okay, now you can give away your fake email address or something like that. That's why as marketers we need to be aware of that, and we need to really um, understand the position of the your prospect. And as a human being also using the internet for my own personal use, we've also been in that position. What I'm saying is that we decide to sign up for things as well, myself included, and I decide to give my email. Sometimes I don't give my primary email or something like that if I really don't think that the person is giving away real value. So there you have it. In order to get that trust and really start building that relationship, the thing that you should be really focusing on is adding value to your customer or subscriber. Now let's move on. This can be a really long topic, but just wanted to emphasize that it's really a cultivation process, and make sure that it is a dialogue. So you later on, I can share with you what you can do to get feedback from your subscribers. Um, so let's move on. Yeah, you're so of course this assumes that you know how to use an autoresponder. If you don't know, I can have I have some series as well on just creating that autoresponder service. Like Aweber, which I'm using, GetResponse. I'm also learning how to do that, but it's not very much different. They're really two of the most common, and I must say, they're simple enough to understand and really powerful enough to use in your marketing ideas. And so you have your autoresponders, and uh, yeah, you can use once you get their email address, so you can use email broadcast to keep the subscribers in the loop. That's what I wanted to say in that point, in this page. So if we go through the next page, which is this one, it says there are certain types of emails that you can send to your entire list, and you need to be aware of their usage. They're not just there for you to bombard your email list, with emails. Why? Because you'll be left with unresponsive subscribers. If you do that, uh, there will always be a reaction to it. They find your email to be too invasive, or just being too common. Then they won't see any value in it, and you'll end up in a junk folder or spam folder, and you can never reach them again. So you have to be careful in using these. But here are a couple of types of email broadcasts. So yeah, newsletters, which are meant to inform and are sent to entire list mostly on a weekly or monthly basis. They include new product launches, affiliate links, fresh content, contests, and more. Then you have your sales broadcasts. These can be sent to segments of your subscriber list depending on the product feature. The idea is to highlight an offer through a clickable link. This is mainly for driving sales. Then try not to concentrate on sales with email follow-up series. Now, here's a tip. The idea is to build a rapport with your list. Maintain a healthy cadence of emails to your list. And I've given here, a what calls a tool of a value that a tip that I use myself as well. I call it the 1-2 punch. It goes something like this. So the first email you send is valuable content, like really just over deliver. You cannot put and you cannot overvalue the emails that you send to them. You cannot give too much value. Is what I'm trying to say. Then the second email can address a pain point. Ask them if that they're experiencing some problems. You can do this. Address that particular problem. And then the third, you can promote. So I call this the punch. So it's a 1-2 punch. So it can be, you can rinse and repeat this process as much as you want. But obviously there's a optimal number for it. It depends on who you ask. But that's my tip. And then here are the first three ways to effectively leverage follow-up emails. So number one is drive traffic to your blog. What you do here is to direct your list to your most popular archived and evergreen articles. Here's why. If you can get people to get engaged on your blog, then you have a chance to put various links and calls to action in front of them. So this is basically just driving that particular topic, putting traffic, putting a link to your blog. And then second, distribute ongoing free offers or tripwires that lead to offers. So again, if you're you have your lead magnet set up, you have your tripwires, then you can use this email follow-up to make sure that they get those offers. Now here's the key. You're not just delivering a bunch of freebies to people. Instead, you're offering high quality products that naturally lead to paid offers. Again, over deliver in value. I cannot stress that enough. You need to show value. Otherwise, your subscribers will not trust you. And lastly, what I'm going to share here is that send special emails on occasions like solo ads or surveys or question and answer. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you find this video helpful, and thanks for watching.